Hi everyone, this is Fikayo of fikitout.com, and in this tutorial we're going to be using simple JavaScript events. We're going to be using simple JavaScript events to create this very awesome effect. Now I have here on this page a form. It says enter your details, and it has three fields: the name, the occupation, and the address, and a submit button. Now you notice when I click into the name field, the field is cleared for me, and when I click out, name comes back. You see, the same goes for the occupation and address fields. When I click out of it, I get back the placeholder. Now if I happen to type a name here, let's say type my name, and I click out, you see it doesn't return to the default placeholder. So we're going to be creating this awesome effect with very simple JavaScript. You see, when I clear my name and I come out, it gives me back the placeholder. So I have here the similar form, but this form is without any functionality right now. There is a form we're going to be working on to add the functionality that is going to be giving us what we just saw. Now I'm going to be working with two JavaScript events here. I'm going to be working with the click and the blur effect. Jump into my code. I have here the code for the page that we're going to be working on. I have CSS styling my form here. Then here I have the form inside a div with an ID of form. I have the form itself with an ID of form 1, and I have my fields. The first is the name field. It has an ID of name, and it has the default value of name. I also have the occupation field with an ID of occupation and a default value of occupation. Same for the address. It has an ID of address and it has a default value of address. So, and I have my submit button here. Good. So quickly, I'm going to go up here above my styles. I'm going to put my script tag. It's going to be enable me to put JavaScript on this page and say text JavaScript. And to close that. Good. Now I would want my event to take place when the window is already loaded, so I do a window dot onload. This is also a JavaScript event onload. So these events are going to take place when the window is already loaded. I'll set that into an anonymous function. And I'll put the JavaScript comment down here saying and load. Good. So now the first thing I'm going to be doing within this block is to get all my fields. First I'm going to be getting the name field. I'll create a variable called name, then I'm going to say document dot get element by ID. I'm going to place the ID of the name field inside here, which is also name. So now I have my name. To save time, I'll just copy that and set my other variables: address, put a space in between them. Then my third field, occupation, and also has an ID of occupation, so I'm going to be getting it by placing the ID here, occupation. So now I've been able to get my three fields: my name field, my address field, and my occupation field with the get element by ID method in the document object. So now I'm going to first set the effect that is going to make the field clear whenever I click into it. So first I'm going to be working with the name field. I'm going to say name. I'm going to set the event on click, name.onClick, set that into an anonymous function that will take place when the user clicks into the field. Now what I do in this function is I simply check if the value inside is name, because of the placeholder. I'll check if the value inside of the field is name, then I'm going to clear the field. So I'll say if name, that's my field, then I'll get the value property. If name.value equals name, if name.value equals name, then I will simply set the value of the name, say name.value equals blank. I'll set it to blank if I click into the field and the value inside is name, which is a placeholder, then set it to blank. Just save that, come down here, the comment here, say and if, and here I'll say and name click, so I can know how my code is flowing. So as you can see, I set a click event on the name field, then an anonymous function that would take place when there's a click event on that field. Then what I simply do inside the function is that I check whether the value in the name field is equal to name, which is my placeholder. Then if it's true, I'm going to set the value to blank. Save that, go to my browser, view, refresh this page. I have a little bit of problem with my styling here. Go back, see what's going on with my styling. Okay, I think I spotted my mistake here. I'm going to cut that and go down. Return my styling to how it's supposed to be. Actually placed my script tag in my styles, which is funny error. Sorry about that. So I'm going to reload the page. I have my form back, nice. Now I'm going to click into my name field, and as you can see, when I click into it, it's gone. I'm going to reload the page. You have my name. I have my name back. I click into it, it's gone. So that works perfectly. Now what I'm basically going to do now is I'm going to copy this code block for the remaining two fields. Just going to edit it. Also, I'm going to copy one for the address field. Edit this. Instead of name here, I will have address. Change the placeholder to address, and this is going to also be address. And I'll also edit my comment so I don't get confused. Address, good. So save that, come down, copy, paste another one rather for my occupation field. Occupation, please change the placeholder value to occupation, and also change this to occupation. I'll say end occupation click, and occupation click, and go here, address value, this is address, this is occupation. Good, so I have all the values here set to occupation, occupation, occupation. That's good. And I also have for address also. Everything is set to address, and here name, which we saw initially. So we already have that effect on our address field and also our occupation field. So what I'm going to do is refresh the page and see whether that is taking place. Name gone, occupation, address, good. Now we see the click event now takes place on the 3 of them, but notice when I click out, everything still remains blank, and that's the next thing we're going to be trying to fix. We're going to try and set an effect on a field when it is out of focus, and the event we're going to be needing is the on blur effect event. Rather, that is the event that takes place when a particular field loses focus. And what we want to do is that when the field loses focus, we want to set it back to its default placeholder if the field is still empty. Yeah, so we'll simply go into our code, then I'll come down here and get a name again. I'm going to set an on blur event on it, and blur, set it to an anonymous function. I'm going to say and name blur and name blur. Then within my function, I'm going to do the opposite of what I did in click. That's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to check if the field is empty. Say name dot value. Check if it's blank, and if that returns true, I'm simply going to set the value back to the default value. Say equals name. Save that. As you can see, first I'm getting the field. Now I set an on blur event on it, then anonymous function to handle the event. Then what I simply did was that I checked for the name field whether it is empty, and if that returns true, I simply set the value back to the default placeholder. So I'll save that, preview it to my browser. I'm going to refresh this. The click works, the blur works. Isn't that awesome? We've been able to actually get our events working properly. So what's going to happen now is that I'm going to, just as I did the other time, copy the blur code and paste it for others. Here I'm going to have address, yeah. Then here I'm going to change the placeholder back to address. Then the comment also, I'd like to edit that too. Address, so I now have address everywhere for this, and address blur. Then I paste another one for occupation. And make sure that every other thing there is within occupation. Good. So I have everything here within occupation right now. Address, good, and name. So I've been able to set the blur effect on all the fields also, and what I do now is simply save it and refresh my page. Now as you can see, the name goes off when I click into it and comes back when I click out of it. Occupation, same effect. Address, same effect. If I click put my name into this and I click out, you see it doesn't clear. If I set here and this, you see they simply just hold. But if I leave it blank and I come out, it's going to go back to the default. go back to the default. So as you can see, a very lovely way, simple JavaScript effects have been used to create this very awesome activity on your page. So I think we've gotten to the end of this tutorial. I once again will encourage you to keep visiting figureitout.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to see latest videos from us, and we have a JavaScript DVD. We encourage you to order that and learn more wonderful things with JavaScript. And JavaScript is actually beyond this, so much beyond this, but it's one of the cool things you can do with JavaScript. So guys, I will say see you next time.